Would you want me to play some music?
La 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 la.
That's it.
La 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 la.
Stop.
Hey,
No, I got some.
You're gonna play something right now?
Down on me through thick and thin. A friendship that will never end. When you are
Why does this turn into
weak, I
karaoke?
will be strong. Helping you to carry on.
You gonna sing that to her?
Damn, you ruined me with the dance. I was feeling myself, yo. Damn.
What song is that?
Like Whitney Houston, Count on Me.
Oh.
Waiting to Excel.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that's why I don't know it. I've never been a huge Whitney fan.
Never watched Waiting to Excel?
No.
Damn.
It's too violent.
What do you mean it's too violent?
It's violence against men.
Nah, Angela Bassett was looking bad though in that scene.
Oh yeah, naturally. And then you had homie standing on the lawn, just cursing shorty. You raggedy bitch.
All right, not to sound crazy, like there was never a time when like you just looked at a woman, she was just being violent, like in that act of violence, you never thought like, yo, you looking kind of sexy.
No.
Never?
No.
It's just me?
I've never had a woman be that violent with me, like at that level.
Nah, certain girls, they be arguing, I'll just be like, tell me I'm a piece of shit. It depends, they just be having that phase. Like, yo, they just be having that phase. Like,
spit
yo,
on me right now.
like,
Tell me
why you like
I ain't
this?
shit.
I don't know. Like, you never had that moment. Like, there'll be plenty of times like I've had arguments with chick and I just know like, I don't know. Like, girls, they just look at me like when they're mad at me, I could tell their level of madness or whatever that they have for me is like, there'd be like a little glare in their eye. Like, yo, you kind of like this too, you sick fuck. Like, you kind of fucking like this shit too. Like, you toxic like me. Allegedly.
You, of course.
Allegedly. Yo, Nickelodeon. Yo, mic check, microphone 1 2 1 3. What is this? Yo, it's your boy Ish, aka Ish to the world, aka Ain't Shit Ish, aka Dr. Robinson, aka your boy Tonto. Like, you know what it is. We here. Love wins. What's up? Like, love all y'all listening to this. Not listening to this. A fan is a fan. I ain't mad at it. Gentlemen, ladies, introduce yourselves.
AKA Eric Sermon, AKA Chuck
Just
D.
like music.
AKA Chuck D, AKA Public Enemy.
I look like one of the niggas from Public Enemy?
You like Terminator X.
That's crazy. Yo, that's fucking hate. All right, Corey in the house. You got it, yo. You fucking got it, Corey in the house.
Corey in the house is fucking insane.
Chill, I'm supposed to be Little Bear. Chill.
Nah. Introduce yourself, my nigga. Tamamishi, like,
I'm a
leader
never
of the
see
Nine Tails.
It's your boy AT. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Our lovely listeners. We're happy to see you again. We're here for round 2 of our 2-part podcast.
Pause. Nah, you
That's
said
crazy.
round 2. I mean, technically it's more like round 7, but like, who's counting? Like,
Anyway,
We not going rounds. I just want you to understand.
literally,
Going rounds with the
I'm the man of
audience.
neutrality, the middleman, the man that doesn't care. I'm on everybody's side, just not my own side. But that's beside the point.
made that rhyme. I like that.
I mean, kinda. I'm a little poetic. What can I say?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
Young Diamond Juice. What's that, Young Diamond Juice?
I have
in
a
the
headache.
building,
Can you
heard?
stop? Like, yo, I have a headache.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Diamond, as you heard. I don't know what juice he thinks I have, but clearly.
Hey, yo.
Oh, pause. Oh, God.
Got him. Got him, boys.
Crazy. Nah, but you thought I had juice, so that's pause on you.
Oh,
It is,
nah,
it is.
I don't know what you have, King. I don't know what you have, what you identify as, like what you eat for
Nah, you know what I
breakfast.
identify as. Cut it out. Nah. We know.
Yo, chill.
We know. I'm a grown man.
All right, I believe you. Like, I believe
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
believe you. High five.
What do you guys, 5?
Nigga gave me the Frank fucking high five.
My fault.
Nah, there's a nigga at a job. He got chicken pox and shit, so it's like he gives like soft pounds. But anyway,
Pause. He gives soft pounds. It's crazy.
I just heard that in my head. Yo, what's good with you?
It's like a baby giving a. It's like a 2-year-old giving a fucking pound.
Yeah. He has like weak wrists.
Yeah, he looks like a Hey Arnold character.
Lord, actually giving him a like an image of what, or like an idea of what he sounds like is crazy. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, my name is Diamond, a.k.a. Hard Body Karate, a.k.a. Vegan Sensation that Sweeping the Nation, a.k.a. your mother's favorite boyfriend, a.k.a. your mother is a whore. That's why she has so many boyfriends. You know? She's promiscuous.
Mama gotta have a life too, Jody.
Yo, I hate that movie. I hate Baby Boy. Everyone out there can relate to that because Baby Boy plays on fucking BET 30 times a fucking month.
Yeah.
Okay? It's an awful movie. Only because
Because he slapped Shorty in the face and ate her out after that. That's crazy.
Huh?
That's crazy. You never saw Baby Boy?
That's an apology.
Yeah, nigga dead slap shorty in the eye, gave her a whole eye jammy.
After she punched him.
Made her a pirate? Like,
Nah, he ain't go that. Oh yeah, she was punching him. But those was like soft ass hits.
She blacked his eye.
Did she? Really?
I'm not.
He should have learned how to duck. I'm not condoning domestic violence, but he should have learned how to duck.
I'm not for anyone hitting anyone, man, woman. Everyone keep their hands to their fucking selves.
to put it simply.
Yeah.
But if we gonna fight, like, come on now, equality.
Nigga said equality.
And you got like a little bit of extra because you hit him and then he hit you and then he ate you out. Like it's a little extra on top of that.
Shoot. You think as a man that fixes things?
No.
What, eating out a chick?
No, don't hit women.
No, I'm saying I'm not saying like punch her in the face and then eat her from the back. Like I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like you think in general like that just fixes things or whatever. Like she having a bad day arguing with you.
Well, I mean, women thinks it fixes things, so why can't we?
I mean, I guess it depends. Like, what if I'm mad at you? I don't know if I want to eat you out.
Yeah, now
Like,
you gotta aggressively eat. Like,
yeah,
nah, I'm
like,
good.
That sounds like a you thing.
Like a me thing, that's my thing. You think that's how I eat pussy?
Yo, you're terrible. You know that, right?
You
Like,
think that's how I eat pussy?
2024. And
You think I'm like yum 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 like?
I was just about to say, literally, a clam chowder commercial or something. Like,
Oh nah, Jody, don't come to me with no clam chowder. Like, yo, that's insane, yo.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. We left the last podcast with numbers lying. The MTA lied to us recently.
fuck the MTA, bro.
Fuck
Respectfully.
the MTA.
First of all, we live in
the
New
way,
York.
yo.
I don't care what borough you live in. As a New Yorker, even
E
in
trash,
Staten Island,
F trash, 7 trash, G trash, 1,
all
2, 3 trash.
all the lines that
Whoa.
essentially can bring you.
Whoa.
Wish I could give a Yelp review.
the
to
J
you
train
motherfuckers.
could never be trash though.
Oh no!
I don't know what it is about the J train. That shit is reliable.
Legendary.
Oh no,
fights.
absolutely.
I've never had a bad
Legendary
experience on
fights.
it.
Not have I. Surprisingly, like I can't think of one time. Like even back when I was working at my old job at 105 Evergreen,
Yeah.
in downtown Brooklyn, I was working for a B&H, which is essentially like a warehouse place for like electronics and stuff. I literally had to be there for like 8 a.m. And I was there till about maybe like 2, 3 p.m. Good money was being made, all things considered, all around. Could walk away from that like entire week of work with about 600-700 tops. Pretty damn solid. Probably a little more than that if I wanted to, dip my foot into double time. But
MTA.
the J train was such an unbelievably smooth and joyous ride.
Did you say Chuck? What you said, Chuck?
Smooth and
Smooth.
joyous.
Yeah. Shit, why you put your phone sex voice
He
on?
dragged
like,
it. Yeah.
Nigga put his phone sex voice on like yo.
Nigga sound like Isaac Hayes on the Quiet Storm.
Yo, don't start your kinky shit, all right? Don't be
I didn't do nothing yet. Like,
This
but
is Tamagotchi
but yeah,
Versace
fuck-
with the
I'm
Quiet
gonna
Storm.
fight this. He is not my man, bro.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Nah, but
It's a
fuck the
Samataka,
MTA,
bro. Get it
yo.
right. But anyway, the J. I say the J train, but let's take a minute out of our day to like really like look at the worst lines in New York City, the worst train lines. Realistically, can we say that the A is one of the worst ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not just due to the A though. Like, first of all, is it the A or the C that runs all the way to Far Rockaway?
I don't know. I've rode the C
Might
train
be the
recently.
A.
It's not that bad.
I don't know if the C does it too, but I know the A
Yeah.
definitely does.
First of
I had a
all-
homeboy that used to live in Far Rockaway.
First of all, you going to Far Rockaway already? You're a bad
Yeah.
service. You
that's
don't
that.
even need
That's
to
that
talk.
episode of SpongeBob when he was waiting for the bus.
Yeah, that's rock bottom right there. Yeah.
Nigga
Rock
said
bottom is
rock
crazy.
bottom.
How may
A is
I
bad.
help you?
J is bad. All that shit is bad.
Nah, the worst train is the L train.
Yeah.
I've only ever
L
been on it once or twice.
The L train
probably.
is awful.
Is it?
That's the epitome of gentrification in New York.
Damn.
I hate it.
Nah, but like, yo, audience, hear us out though. Like, right? Like, imagine, right? It's a Friday, got out of work, feet tired, soul tired, head hurt, high as shit, 2 something in the morning on the fucking F line. And just out of nowhere, this shit just stops. Like, anyone who lives in New York or whatever, like, y'all know, okay, when it stops, it stops. Okay, a little 10-minute, keep it pushing. That shit was not 10 minutes, my nigga. Niggas was playing musical chairs on the fucking train line, my nigga.
And at night, there's only one side in service.
Yeah.
So there's only one train pulling up at a time. There's no one train here, one train there, whatever.
Yeah.
It's one and then go and then the next train.
Yeah. We ain't getting none of that.
for some reason, they decided this night, okay, we're gonna actually have service on this side. So there are 2 trains now, the F and the E.
Yeah.
We're on the F. We get off and go to the E. First of all, we had to get on there at like, I want to say maybe around like 2:00.
Yeah, type shit. Cause I remember, cause that's what I was saying. Like, yo, as soon as it reaches 2:45, yo, we off this shit. Like, fuck it, we taking an Uber. Fuck it.
That wasn't even true. We gave him ample amount of time.
Yeah, we gave him too much grace, man.
We left after 2:45.
Yeah. And anyone that's familiar with Roosevelt, you know this shit was mad annoying. You know, it was just mad drunkard, mad alcoholics.
Exactly.
Mad alcoholics, mad fucking big backs, mad shit.
Hey, listen, it's a felony to put your hands on an MTA worker or whatever. I considered it for a second, like, yo, it might be worth the jail time.
Nigga, I wanted to scream on that shit.
This older Indian dude got on the train. Yo, this train's going to Manhattan.
Yeah.
This is not even aside from Manhattan.
Yeah.
The fuck? I want to hurt someone.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, whoever's listening to this right now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, when he did that, the New York and me came out, like, cause before that, right, like I had like a little box of some nuts or whatever, some pistachios, paws or whatever, right? So I was damn near finished with my pistachios. So when like fucking Haji from Johnny Quest came in the train or whatever, I was talking about like, yo, get out, go on the next one or whatever. Like, nigga, as soon as his back was turned, nigga, I just dropped that shit on the fucking train and kept it moving. Like, yeah, go sweep up that. I'm usually not an asshole like that, but when it comes to the MTA, it's like, nah, all bets is off, yo.
Yeah, train
Like,
not working, train is
Like,
working.
I
but
felt
on the
myself
other
about to have a
side-
whole mental breakdown, yo. I don't know if y'all peeped my face, but I was like, yo, I wanted to scream, son.
Yeah.
I wanted to be on some, keep that shit fucking moving. Like, I wanted to spaz.
You
yo.
about to have a Karen
I wanted
moment?
to spaz, yo, for real. I was about to have a moment, son. Like, I was about to have a moment. I was about to look crazy.
You about to have a
son.
bitch fit?
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah, I might have been like, nah, like, I could never. That was about to be my bag, son. Then on top of that, we get out the train or whatever, nigga. Like, we go fucking call the Uber, waiting for the Uber. Like, so for anyone who lives in New York.
Because you mentioned Roosevelt Ave.
Yeah, for anyone who lives in New York, got off Roosevelt Ave at like 2-something in the morning.
Almost 3:00.
Took a Uber, son. Like, you ever been on like them like little amusement parks or whatever, like the little roller coaster, like you going through like the fucking lane or whatever, and you just see like little like, I guess, mascots or whatever. It was like Fright Fest.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Little type shit.
it was that
Halloween
idea.
came
It was
early.
Like, it was kind of, yo, stop. it was like one of those. All right, so like disclaimer, love wins.
Yeah,
These
no,
are jokes.
no offense to anyone.
Yeah, these are jokes. I'm just telling you my truth, audience. Audience, I'm telling you my truth. I'm telling you what I saw, whatever, from my perspective, okay? Exactly what happened. So niggas going
Take
Roosevelt.
a deep breath.
Oh no, I'm breathing.
This is traumatizing.
I'm breathing. These are, yo, watch. Yo, okay, so we get in the Uber or whatever, right? I don't know, like, this guy decided to go whatever route. We were just seeing, like, mad trans women, mad prostitutes. Like, they're just out. Like, we saw, like...
The Walking Dead.
The Maury Stoudemires, Kevin Durant's. We saw,
The
like,
whole-
yo, it was,
the whole
yo,
strip.
it was out on display, like, yo,
The
son.
whole strip. The
They
wild
was-
part is there were women sprinkled in there, but you couldn't tell the difference. It's like, yo, all y'all,
Yo.
just, like, what's going on here?
Like, it seemed like this nigga was purposely driving through the shit. Like,
Yeah,
nigga,
he was
like,
trying to show us something. Like,
yeah, like this nigga would like that shit had to have been at least like 8 blocks.
Roughly.
8 blocks. Even when he's making the turns and everything, that shit was right there, nigga. Like,
And they was staring at the car too, like they knew Tom.
Staring.
oh,
they
you
was-
made
they
eye
was
contact.
waving.
You're sick.
They was expecting
This
one of
nigga
us to
out
jump
here
out of
trying to
that car.
This nigga out here waving and shit like, yo, son.
Hey, the driver even started laughing with us at one point, just like, hey, I know y'all see it too, right? Like, y'all want some of that? Like,
Yo. Nigga saw Anthony Edwards and shit with Draymond Green.
yo,
yo, chill.
No, I'm just saying as far as like features or whatever. I'm just saying as far as features, like.
Yeah, because listen, there are some transgender women out there that look like women. They ain't look like women, dog.
painstakingly so.
Like that jawline is like unmistakable. Like, yo, you got something, my nigga. You got
Niggas-
you got
yo,
extra tools. You got extra tools in your bag.
Yo, chill.
I'm not doing this.
Yo, chill.
Nah,
Yeah, and that shit was really never ending, nigga. Like, even when we was about to hit the fucking highway, nigga, there was like just like two of them at the corner type shit, like saying goodbye, like
saying goodbye, like
yo, it was like
it was like a real ride, like
yo,
come again.
It was
like,
really
yo.
Mario Kart. Like we was on what was it, the Rainbow Road? Yo, it was really that. So like we was really
I'm
like
fucking sick because that
that's
actually
so
makes
it was
sense.
really that. Like
Yeah, I mean, shout outs to y'all. I hope y'all got y'all money that night. I don't know.
Shout out
It's
to the
not gonna be from us.
prostitutes or whatever. Like you know,
Listen, do what you gotta do to make your money.
I'm not a person who's gonna judge people for like their lifestyle, but I promise you, if we got out of the car, I'm about like maybe 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah.
Is at least one of them out there is like 6'7".
Type shit.
Pink tube top on, just waving at the car. It's like, yo,
Who you think they would have shooted the shot at first?
You.
Me? Why? Because I'm bored with the bed. You think that I'm automatically get that attention?
Yeah.
Why not him? Like, what the fuck?
Why me? Like,
why me? Like,
well, first of all, I'm ugly.
I personally don't think I'm attractive. Like,
yeah. I gotta get back in the gym. I'm out of shape.
They're gonna see you and be like, yo, come here, jelly bear.
Hey, yo. I got $300 in my pocket right now. We can fight for it before anything. We can fight.
She gonna see you like, I wanna ride the monster.
yo, my man, bring the car back around. Come on.
Please do.
I'm getting back in the car.
Nah, that's crazy.
That shit was scary.
Nigga said that shit was scary.
But
I wasn't scared, but I was just like, yo, they're really out tonight. Like, yo.
Bro, it was 3 a.m. I'm like, yo, y'all
on a Friday, mind you. On a Friday. That is
the wild part is I respect them.
Yeah.
Sure,
yeah. It's nothing to respect. Like, jokes is jokes. We just like, you know.
Oh, y'all talking about that. Respect. I'm talking about like it was harmonious out there. There was like
they was holding a lockdown.
There was black people, Asian people,
black
there was some Spanish
women,
in
white
there.
trans.
Yeah, diversity. Yeah. That's what
like,
it was.
Everyone just trying to get their money. It was no racism going on whatsoever.
No Everybody was pretty chill. Like it was just waiting for a person to string on by.
Waiting for niggas to thrash out.
I mean,
thrashing Kevin Garnett is crazy. Like
you know, my bad. This gonna sound kind of. Think about the MTA, right? And also think about the fact that Roosevelt is actually a primary stop that a lot of people on the E or F train actually get off of, right? Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that late at night where 95% of those fucking people are going and what they're doing at that late at night when you realize the trains are still this crowded? With those kind of people walking the streets, like
listen,
I know some of them, not most of them are going home, but the minority of them, you know.
Listen, just like how people used to have no homo, no racism.
Yeah.
Hey, some of them like little Spanish dudes that be like working on construction and all that.
Oh, they be out there.
Listen, on-field services are things. Just saying, like
in numbers, in droves. Like I overheard a conversation like that one time. Like, yo. Before I went home, you know what I'm saying, wife and all that, me and her was arguing. Yeah. So I went to Roosevelt and I got right real quick before I got home. Nah. I was like, oh shit.
Nigga went through like 15 Coronas, don't see the Adam's apple.
Nah, he said he went to like the little massage parlor joints.
Oh yeah. Like didn't they crash down on one of them like I think like a couple months ago?
This was like maybe 3-4 like right before COVID.
Okay.
This was like 2019.
Type shit.
Like I'm just overhearing the conversation. I'm like, yo, they got him on Roosevelt? What the fuck? Let me search this.
That's jokes. Could you see yourself like loving someone like that? Not a trans woman, but as far as like, say like a sex worker. Like say she's like, okay, let's say like for example, scenario. Let's say like she's like reformed. Damn, they're on her way out or whatever. Like maybe like 3 more bodies and she's out the game type shit. And like you and her like build the bond.
You mean a sex worker now or a sex worker previously?
Okay, let's create
I'm looking for Roxy Reynolds.
Okay. Shit, her, Candace Vaughn. But anyway, like I feel like say like you meet her or whatever, she don't tell you right away or whatever. Say eventually she tells you the shit or whatever. That shit's like, yo, I'm a sex worker, but like I'm almost like she sees a vision, like she's about to be out of it maybe in a couple weeks type shit.
I'd feel kind of like disrespected.
Lied to.
Cause it's like, yo, you could tell me that from the beginning and let me make my choice whether I wanted to be with you or not. But it's like, yo, you withheld information.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, for me personally, it's I'm just gonna ricochet off of what Diamond said. But yeah, me personally, I think it's a matter of whether or not you tell me out the gate. if I'm speaking personally, and this is just speaking out to the audience, I don't know how all of you guys feel about, what it means to actually date a sex worker, and they don't necessarily have to be a woman. You
Hey,
could be a
listen,
woman who's
like-
obviously dating a sex worker who's also a man too.
Hey, listen,
But-
respectfully, with all respect, audience, like I know a couple of y'all that like fell in love with the chick that was for the streets. Respectfully,
I mean,
this
it's not-
happened.
there was
this
just no
happened,
camera
this
there.
happened, this
That's
happened.
the
Yeah,
thing
this
that changes
happened.
it.
It happened.
Respectfully, it's the
No
fact.
shots fired. It happens. I don't know. Love is love.
Nah, absolutely, and
You build a bond with somebody, whatever you like. It's like I always say, you can't help who you love sometimes.
nah,
Like
nah,
you
it's-
really can't.
Sometimes it really does boil
Yeah.
down to whether or not you two just ultimately click. Like I
Yeah.
really just feel like that's what it is, and especially in the case of a sex worker, I just feel like if I was to hypothetically date a sex worker, me personally, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
It's really just whether or not you're telling me out like up front. Now, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I understand that some women and men, so to speak, obviously, have some insecurities about actually letting their potential partners know that they actually deal with that line of work. Understood. Don't get me wrong, I'll never take away from that. That's kind of like a wall that they have to be willing to climb over or
Yeah.
have to be prepared to climb over before they actually get to that point where they feel like they're comfortable enough to really tell their supposed partner in question or potential partner that they do that. And whether or not they have they have the open mindedness to be accepting of the fact that they do it.
Yeah.
But me personally, like if I was to date a woman who obviously has an interest in doing sex work or any kind of work along those lines, or
Yeah.
she's already does it, I would rather you tell me just right out the gate. Because me personally,
Yeah.
it wouldn't stop me. I would just be like, okay, cool, that's fine. I mean, as long as the idea is, or if the foundation of this whole thing is me and you are the most important thing here. Anything else that happens outside of that bubble, I'm not really 100% too concerned with.
Yeah.
As long as
Okay.
your love for me is still 100% organic and
Yeah.
genuine. Like,
Uh-huh.
you could do whatever you want, because at the end of the day, money is money, and people are gonna do whatever it takes to make it. So, because no one realistically wants to find themselves in a position when where they don't have a roof under their head and no
Yeah.
food to feed themselves and a bath to clean themselves. I know people need their basic necessities, and sometimes people will go the extra mile to do what they have to do to get it. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna criticize you for doing sex work, not entirely.
Are you
Like-
a better person than most?
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, like vulnerability time. Like I didn't say I ever fell for a chick that was a sex worker, but like there have been times in my life where like I was probably with a girl or whatever, and like I knew wholeheartedly like she was for the streets, and I still like acted accordingly, but probably in the back of my head I'd been like, damn, if you really wasn't for the streets, like you would probably make a good girlfriend to me personally.
Yeah.
Not even because like of your like okay, another thing, like say like if a girl has a past or whatever, like I'm not too like harsh on that, like, oh damn, you was wilding out, like keywords like you used to or whatever. So I'm not too like judgmental as far as shit like that. But like say if I'm like trying to pursue you, date you wise or whatever, and I know like you're still like active with other niggas and for the street, then it's like I may move a certain way or whatever. But at the same time I may say to myself like, yo, we have like some dope moments or whatever, but it's like I know I can't take you serious or whatever because you probably don't even take this serious or whatever. It's like sometimes when you share moments or whatever, the matter like the person's lifestyle, how they act or whatever, it's like sometimes you can't like, you can't help who you love, you can't help who you like sometimes.
I mean,
It depends.
people kind of just fall into that, and it's just I
Yeah.
know there's people out there speaking to our audience and our listeners. I know for a fact that some of you guys really find yourself in positions where you really just start to think to yourself, I don't know exactly how well this relationship is going to work out because you have X history or X trauma or whatever the case
Yeah.
may be. Speaking personally, I know there's people out there who I know, believe it or not, and this is just speaking from the past, so to speak, who I've associated with. I was never one to go reaching out for relationships. I was more of like the NPC and background character.
Yeah.
I'm more for the idea of just simply just being observant of other people's relationships and just being supportive of them for the most part, just being that supporting character in any role. And they would always come down and sit down and tell me the things that they've dealt with in their relationships, how they feel like being in them, whether or not they should leave them. The simple fact that their partners obviously had all of these things that they had going on. And naturally, I'm no guidance counselor or anything like that. But naturally, I would give my 2 cents on the matter. And it would give them like a very vague or relatively decent idea on how to actually go about it. And some, if not most of them, really just decided to stick with it. And next thing you knew, things just somehow were working out. Now, could you naturally feed that knowledge or actually apply whatever you tell other people to yourself and put it into practice?
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like that's the hard part, because imagine being presented with those things, women or men who've dealt with really terrible trauma. Like, how would you, as an individual, truly deal with that?
Yeah.
Would you help them break past it and help them live a better life despite that? Or, would you just simply just step away from that and just try to find somebody else because you personally feel like the trauma is too much to deal with, and you feel like it's going to be like a resurfacing thing that's eventually going to, eventually build a rift between the both of y'all.
Yeah, as
Like,
far as like hurt and shit, like if I feel like as far as like whatever hurt you've dealt with or dealing with now, like if I feel like you're bleeding on me type shit, like deliberately, like if you're like, if I feel like you're using me as like your verbal punching bag, and it's like, nah. Because if I'm here trying to like have your back type shit, and you just here just like giving me 50 all the time, like cursing me out wild, and it's like, yo, I'm good. Like I'll go where I'm wanted or whatever. You just want someone to take your anger out on or whatever, and like, nah.
No, those are the people that need like therapy for real.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you gotta heal before you even get into a relationship like that.
Yeah, no, me personally, like if I'm speaking personally, I know for a fact that it's definitely important to have to feel like, or or you're genuinely at a point where you're convinced that you're healed enough to truly start to pursue a relationship again. Because
it's funny, not to cut you off, but it's funny you bring up healed. I feel like a lot of people, like I've heard girls kind of say this too, like they feel like in order to heal or feel like fulfilled or whatever, like they need to be like in a relationship. Like some people don't know like how to heal first and then like pursue a relationship.
Yeah,
sometimes
no,
they feel like they need the relationship to be healed.
They think the relationship is like a form of like therapy for them. And it's like,
in a sense,
some people can't be alone or whatever. Like,
nah, that's just trauma dumping. You're just dumping whatever you have onto the next person, and then you're fucking them up for the next person. And the cycle probably repeats itself.
Yeah, the hard part is really finding yourself in like a headspace where you can be open-minded enough to a person's trauma and eventually help them, walk through the journey of actually trying to find that point of healing. And don't get me wrong, that's never easy because you really have to deal with the worst aspects of what their past has to offer. That's the thing. It's never anything, but if you don't have that willingness, that mental fortitude and whatnot, to really just thug it out with them till eventually they just get to a point where it's like the trauma is just it's almost non-existent anymore. I feel like you'll find yourself with an entirely different person, or maybe just a way better version of the person that they was prior when you two first started dating.
Because we always believe we have like mad options or whatever.
Yeah, I mean we do, but I mean some of those options are broken. If we're gonna be realistic,
you got a whole burger in your face, like yo, I'm good or whatever. Then you go for some fucking curly fries, some dry ass curly fries. Like,
curly fries.
Sometimes sometimes I guess we do have options, but sometimes those options ain't really options.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just like
they're not
shouldn't even been thought of.
Right. Sometimes it's harder to just jump into, and I'm pretty sure some people out there could easily agree with this. But sometimes it's really hard to like look at your contact list sometimes in your phone. Know that all of those people are either your friends or potential partners. And despite probably already being in a relationship, the first thing you think is damn, I got a lineup. Like I got a roster. I know I could jump to somebody else if I really want to, if I'm really not fucking with the idea of the person I'm with now. But then realize when it's finally time to make that move, it's a little harder than it seems on paper. Like, because now that ultimately comes with everything that's happened between the both of y'all.
Pasta.
Yeah, it's just now you're kind of resetting the template, resetting like the whole board, so to speak. Because now look at all the things you've done with your initial partner, your prior partner. Imagine randomly hitting somebody's line and be like, "Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, fucking with the idea of you. I kind of want to
like, yo, I'm feeling you, ma. What up?
Type shit, but
like pizza."
And and not even like trying to think back to the fact that you're obviously still in a whole nother relationship, but getting ready to dub that shit all together because you just want something different, like
type shit. I was gonna say, like, you ever like tried to heal somebody?
No.
I'm not gonna say
or at least ever thought you could heal somebody.
I'm not gonna say that, but
I've had that thought before.
I assumed
I never really tried it, but like I just maybe like me being arrogant. There were times I thought like, yo, just you being around me more, like that's healing in itself. Like you be good. But then it's like after a while, it just feels like, yo, you draining me. like you draining me, like yo,
your life force is definitely being taken.
Then you start kind of like agreeing with like then you think of all the stories she told you about the ex. It's like, yo, you know what? That nigga was kind of right.
Exactly.
Like I'm feeling drained right now. Like yo,
he had a point.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I wouldn't
mad about everything.
I'm sure some people. I'm pretty sure some of y'all out there could probably agree. But I know we do kind of get to a point where we really start to ask ourselves the question of why did the relationship end up the way it did? Like, and after talking to a person long enough, we really do find ourselves, in a headspace where we start thinking, damn, I'm not gonna lie to you. you really starting to exhibit some of the fucking reasons why he really left
Type
your
shit.
ass. Like,
Yo, anybody listen to this? If you are a scarred healer, like I feel your pain, all right?
respectfully,
sometimes-
we do.
A scarred healer.
It's fucking
Yeah.
wild, by the way.
Wow.
Like you are a person that gives out healing energy and what it was never reciprocated right, and then like you just ended up being scarred a few times in the process. Like you're a scarred healer.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, who heals the healer?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Like, don't get
You
me
gotta
wrong. I
figure
know
that
for a
out.
fact that the healer is capable of healing because they've been through the process of what
Yeah.
it means to be scarred and what journey they had to take to heal.
Yeah.
So now it's a matter of imparting that knowledge, that journey to the next
Yeah.
person to give them the template to actually be able to heal, and if
Yeah.
not in the same fashion, then in their own way. You're providing them with the foundation to heal.
Yeah.
Which that's important, but don't get me wrong. Trying to heal someone else
Yeah.
when you're also broken is pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like I can speaking personally.
Yeah, but I feel like someone who's like, say, like they're the scarred healer. I feel like that person is on some like how can I say? Like they try to be more mature about their situations. Like, yeah, I'm going through something, but I'm not gonna let like take out my like problems or frustration on that person I'm trying to deal with or whatever.
Mhm.
Like you're never gonna see me like go through shit or whatever. Like say sometimes me, for example, like I could be having like the worst day of my life, and like sometimes I put on the poker face, not to like say it doesn't bother me, but it's more on some like whatever I'm mad about or whatever, this person didn't do anything like to cause that or whatever.
Right.
So the maturity in me, like I'm not gonna take out like my pain or frustration on you or whatever. Even if I feel like you did something to trigger me or whatever, it's like I'm not gonna like take that out because I know you don't know what I'm going through right now. Now, if you know what I'm going through and you throw that in my face or whatever, then it's like all bets is off. Taking the gloves off, like fuck that.
Right. We kind of this kind of like touches base on like, and this is like something that a lot of people who out there are like listening to like different podcasts, just different experiences from different people on social media, whatever the case.
If you're like a healed or scarred healer or whatever, like I'm here for you. All right, I feel your pain.
Yeah, come email us and come do the podcast.
Yeah,
we could talk about it. Like, we could definitely
fucking
we could shoot the shit.
Diamonds out here giving like hugs for like $80 or whatever, like
$80
just
for
an $80 hug?
a healing hug, like $80 for a healing hug.
I mean, I have been told like I give like good hugs.
Yeah.
So it's like,
All right, sorry, $95.
Damn.
Why do we up the price?
$95, and you get a free T-shirt.
Oh well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But
Hey,
anyway,
listen, hold it real quick. Speaking of t-shirts, merch coming soon.
Type shit.
with enough time, we definitely will have some merch.
Mm-hmm.
But
Even for the bags of rices with the leggings, like definitely got merch for you.
I'm gonna really need you
Hey,
to let
listen.
that one go.
Hey, listen, smalls, big backs, it doesn't matter. We got it all for you. Limited size runs.
Perkies, petites.
What's the difference?
I don't know. Just being ignorant a little bit. My bad. Love y'all.
Being ignorant to women's sizes is crazy.
It's actually insane. But
I mean, aren't they a little bit ignorant
You're
to us?
fat,
Like
you're fat phobic.
they're height phobic.
Okay.
Nigga, you could be 5'8", and they'll be like, they could be 5'8", they'll be 5'2". Like, nah, you're not tall enough. Like, are you serious?
I'm not
I can
rolling.
see your scalp.
I'm
Like,
not
what are you
rolling.
talking about? Don't talk to me like that. I see the top of your head. Shut up. And you need fucking Selsun Blue.
Yeah. Yo,
Got wild dandruff. You lucky I was even trying to.
Now
talk
you
to
dandruff shaming.
I don't care.
It-
You have
No.
to start shaming certain things.
Type shit.
Like, yo, you got dandruff. Shame it.
Shit,
It's
now you
not
raise
that
another
hard.
question. Like, since we talking about healing, like, can you shame somebody for like being the healer or like having healing energy?
define shaming the healer.
It's like, say if like you
Yes.
see them always in a situation where like they always trying to like
Yes.
be the healer, like in a relationship, like try to be there for the person. Or this is like, nah, like you doing too much. Like stop
Yeah.
healing, stop trying to heal people all the
Yeah,
time.
that's
mean, yeah.
definitely, you could definitely shame them.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah,
people
situation.
kind of do that. But the thing about it is, though, and it's kind of
But
weird.
then
'cause-
they'll explain to you like the way the scenario with the person they trying to deal with, like nah, like they got their house shut up or whatever, and like nah, like their ex was a drug dealer, and like yo, he only pistol whipped her one time, but she went back to him, but like she's gonna leave him though.
It'll be
Nah,
some
she
like,
really cares about me.
it'll be some dumb shit like, yo, nah, I see like my grandfather in him, you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Like, yo, it'll be some crazy shit like that. Like, yo, they
Seeing
just
the
have same
grandfather in them is
similarities.
insane.
Like, yo, you don't need to heal everyone. You can't just fucking heal
Yeah.
the world, my nigga.
Some people are just villains.
I
inherently,
think some
yeah.
of those healers are villains. Some of them.
Yeah, I was
so?
gonna say there's no
Some-
denying that some of the best people that are capable of really helping someone heal are the ones that actually are drowned in probably the worst case in like villainy.
Maybe
Like,
they're just like maybe like in case like you talking about the bad healers or whatever, the ones that need to be shamed. Maybe they're just bad manipulators, and they're just trying it, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, Shorty, you thought this nigga was gonna really stop going to jail because of you? Like, yo, like you really thought this nigga was gonna change his
You
life?
gave him a couple of rocks and said a prayer for him. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Like, my nigga, you thought she was gonna stop hitting you? like, what did you think you was gonna change, nigga? Like,
Also,
she has a whole prison record, my nigga. Like, what made you think she wasn't gonna shoot at
A felony or something?
those people might be the most toxic.
What?
The healers.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Only because
Can
you're
healers
trying-
be toxic?
yeah.
Sure.
Only
Why
because
not?
you're trying to heal everyone, and meanwhile everyone
Just
doesn't need healing.
They
but
don't
doesn't
appreciate you.
they don't want it at that time.
Yeah.
People heal at different times and they heal different ways. What if
Or
you just going
someti-
about it the same exact way all the time?
Or sometimes they want that healing from somebody different.
Exactly.
Or maybe the person who's trying to provide the healing needs healing themselves.
Mm.
There's also that.
But they'll never
Mm.
understand that unless they stop trying to heal some people all the time. They gotta take a break and like self-reflect.
I mean, it's unfortunate, and I know there are some people out there who've dealt with other individuals who they knew someone was broken, and the first thing they thought is yeah, I can't be the one to help you out. Like, I could talk to you, but I'm not about to be the reason why you become a better person. Like, it can't be me. That's not my role to fulfill. That's not my obligation. That's not something I can do. But, when you think back on it after they finally become a better person, they're living a better life, you kind of think back on it, sometimes people really start to think, maybe that could have been me. It was simply just a matter of whether or not somebody was willing to step in to actually, take on the responsibility to do it.
Not gonna lie though, sometimes like during the talking stages, like with someone that's emotionally damaged, sometimes that should be a little bit fire, be a little bit interesting.
Absolutely.
Like, you ain't as bad as like I thought you was.
Right, like when they
Fucking 2 weeks later, like just 2 weeks is all it takes sometimes.
Don't get me wrong, and it's also because of that process of healing, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be two people that are in a relationship. It really could just start with two random people that don't even know a lick about each other. And, they just have like a full-blown conversation, and one of them just starts to spill their guts about their life story, about how they got to where they're at, why does they feel the way they feel, and then the next thing you know, because you just happen to be a good listener, and maybe you gave some relatively okay or decent feedback.
Yeah, sometimes they just like talkative like that. Like
That
if you
too.
telling me the same like wild sad story, if you told me that and you told that to 20 other people, then it's like
How can you tell?
you can tell sometimes. It's like sometimes like you ever told like a story or something like enough times to where it's like you have it perfectly said or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you've told this to a lot of people.
Yeah, this
before.
is rehearsed. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no like real vulnerability in it. Like, I'm not saying you can't like tell someone something personal, even if you said 30 times or whatever, it can't still be vulnerable. But it's like you can tell when someone told you like something they've never really told somebody before.
Right.
Like it's like a little treble in their voice, if it makes sense. It's something you could tell.
I remember definitely, and this probably happens every so often because some people really do walk around with like the face of, you seem like somebody I could talk to.
Yeah.
So let me just stop you randomly as your
Shit,
as
I get that a lot, Dr.
Yeah.
Robinson.
like, and that happens
Yeah,
sometimes.
DM me for like free therapy sessions.
No.
I give great advice. We're not doing that.
What happened to what you said before about not giving good advice?
I'm complicated. If you don't know by now, I'm complicated, yo. If you don't know by now, I'm a little bit complicated. I'm not difficult to like. I'm not too difficult to figure out, but at the same time, I'm a bit complicated.
Yeah, you're like an enigma.
A little bit, little fake enigma. Like there's doors to me, but if I feel like you're genuine and need help or whatever, or advice, or if I could give a suggestion.
Hey, what you said, Chuck?
What?
It's doors to you. What you said, Chuck?
Nah, what you mean there's doors? Yo, chill.
You gotta let
like-
people open your doors.
Oh, nah. Easy access, like that's me, like open up, like. See,
Easy
you gonna stop
access
calling me a
is.
slut, my nigga. You
Easy
gonna stop
access
calling me a
is.
slut, like you gonna stop calling me a hoe right now, nigga. Like you gonna stop doing that, nigga.
You said you had doors. I didn't know you had doors.
Son, I ain't
My
mean
fault.
like that, nigga.
You also said
You
easy
got like the
access.
Lamborghini
but-
doors.
Nigga think I'll just be out here like just popping dick to mad bitches. Like that's crazy. Like you think that's my bag, son. That's your problem. You just think that's my bag, son.
Nah, but you're my friend. I
know.
know. I know.
I'm the
who you
scarred
are.
healer, I guess, right?
You haven't tried to heal anyone recently.
That is crazy.
Recently.
I know one person you could have healed.
Hmm.
No
Say
comment.
Names. Say names. Go ahead. Nah,
Is
he
she,
commented.
is she Haitian?
Maybe.
Brown skin?
Absolutely.
I had a cake on her.
Yeah.
Strong accent.
Incredibly strong.
Oh, I kind of held that. She just wanted her papers. We're gonna be honest. Yo,
that's healing her though.
nah, like
That's healing her.
She just wanted her papers. Is
yo,
fucking insane.
like
you can't
audience,
say
have
that.
you ever dated someone that was like fairly new to like the country or whatever, and like y'all kind of hit things off, but it's like, yo, here's the thing about like for anyone who knows, if you know, you know. Here's the tricky thing about dating someone who's like fairly new to the country or whatever. Like let's say like 2 years, 3 years in type shit, like dating those type of people, whatever. Here's the tricky thing to that, right? I'm gonna put you onto something. If you are dating somebody like that, and let's say damn near close to the end of the month of y'all talking stage or whatever, if she's really hitting you with the like, yo, I love you and this and that, and starts talking about marriage, she wants her papers. I'm not debating this. I'm not trying to sound like a dickhead. The obvious. She wants her papers. Like, yeah, I'm a great guy and everything, but come on, a month, you're thinking about marriage?
Yeah, a month is crazy.
You
I'm not that
want
great.
your papers.
Yeah.
You want your papers. You want your papers.
In fairness,
In fairness, you want your papers. I'm sorry. Anyone who I'm saying this,
that's
I
a
know
fact, though.
I know a nigga smoking a blunt right now. It's like, yeah, this nigga preaching. Like, he right. Yeah, nah,
Meanwhile,
he
he got
want her papers, nigga.
Meanwhile, you got a little Dominican girl hooking him up with some Maduro and fucking Platinos and all that.
Shoot.
that do sound kind of fire, but
Type shit. Shit, giving papers to a Spanish chick. That's not like a whole love affair. Hell, telenovela.
I mean,
Like, no, Ishmael, I'm going back to DR.
yo, what's good with you?
I'm not going back to the strip club, Stevie.
Stevie, every time you do this
Yo.
to me, Stevie, you can do this to me.
Yo. But I know anyone that hears that is telling me right now, like, nah, nigga, she wanted her papers or whatever.
Facts.
Man or woman, you're not gonna tell me she didn't want her papers. All right, from your point of view or whatever, like, from what the things I told you regarding, like, during the process of that relationship, you couldn't tell she wanted her papers after a while?
I mean, it certainly
After
was.
a while, no.
I kind of
Because
felt that, but I was
just
probably
annoyed.
in denial. Like, there were just a few times she just brought up marriage. Like,
It wasn't my first thought, but when certain things were, when you told me certain things, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It went from it not being my first thought to at least being a formulated thought altogether.
Yeah. Shoot.
So, I'll definitely admit that somewhere down the line, the first thing I thought was, I don't think it has anything to do with her papers, but I really do think she's trying to settle in with you. Like,
you know what had me like realize or like feel like it was for the papers? Like that one time we had that little like argument. She was like teary-eyed or whatever.
time to pour tea.
There was a line that she said or whatever that had me think like, nah, you want my papers. Cause she came out of nowhere. It's like, so if we got married, that's the same thing you would think about me if we got married. And I'm thinking like, how did marriage just pop up in your head still? Like, nah,
after
like
a month?
yeah, you want papers. Like, you want papers. Like, I have too many family members and people I know personally that have like dealt with girls from the island. They eventually brought them here and they got their papers. Like, I know a plot.
Was that part of the process, or was that the end result of the relationship?
Oh, for some of them, yeah.
It was the end result.
Yeah, they end up like marrying that
papers and
person.
dip.
Yeah. And for some of them, they stayed through thick and thin. For some of them, it's like, nah, they got the papers and they booked it. That could have been me easily. Nigga, I could like, okay, God forbid if I was to really like marry this chick or whatever. Like, I really felt like she was the one. I married her.
Yeah, I did hit it off pretty well. So.
Yeah, we did. Fucking peak season love, right? But yeah, like imagine like if I really did that next step and I really got married or whatever, and then like 3 months into the marriage, she done leave me for like some 7'2" like Haitian nigga.
Oh, you got caught immigration.
Yeah, she left me for fucking Jacques Cousteau or some shit like that.
I'm calling immigration ACE.
What the fuck did you just say?
I'm calling ICE. I'm calling OSHA. I'm calling everybody.
Yo, nigga said I'm calling OSHA. Like,
yeah,
what happened?
This is a violation of my human rights.
Yeah.
I'm calling the NAACP at that point.
Shit, that raises another question. Like, y'all ever like fell for somebody or like, it don't even really gotta be love, but kind of like the butterfly and the tummy effect. Like, you ever like felt like, yo, I'm falling for you. I really like you, but like, I know this shit's gonna end bad.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna like just ride the wave. Like, I'm just gonna ride this wave off because I know it's gonna get bad or whatever. I know everyone can relate to this or whatever.
Yeah.
I know somebody's going through this right now doing that shit. You're a dummy. You're a dummy, bitch.
I mean,
respectfully, but
nah, that happened in 2019. I thought I was in love, nigga. That shit went downhill fast. And it was because of me. I was like, that was my own doing. Self-destructive.
Goes back to what we were saying like about on the previous episode. Like, it's always comes out a certain way when the guy likes the girl more. It's never like there's always like a 9 out of 10 chance that, in my opinion, like it won't be reciprocated that well.
But in fairness, my situation, I set myself up for failure though, because my previous podcast, which we'll get into that eventually. We had like met a couple people and they joined the podcast and all that extra shit.
Yeah.
My fault. We had met a couple people and they joined the podcast itself. So we were at like, I think like 7 people at one point. I know, right? That sounds stupid. Like, who needs 7 opinions?
Joe Budden's podcast?
We were better.
Yeah.
Nah,
Shout out to Joe Budden podcast, but yeah.
But one of the guys in the podcast, we were cool with him at that time. Right now, I don't want this nigga dead. But
damn.
It's a lot that goes back and a lot of backstory.
Yeah.
But she was in love with him. Like, we met, myself and my mans, we met her through him.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, she's cool and all that extra shit. Nigga, I went the extra mile and might have fell in love. It's like, yo, she's dope. She's this, she's that. She's great. Oh my God. And meanwhile, she's in love with this nigga.
That sounds like whole. What was that episode of Even Stevens? Like, yo.
Might have been worse. You know, it really might be some Even Stevens shit. It's like some high school drama shit.
Yeah.
One of her friends who
was
turned
by the locker room all teary-eyed.
Fuck out of here.
You seen them all cuddled up like at the corner or whatever? Like,
oh nah. That wasn't even his girl. That's not the one he wanted to pursue.
You had the little Wolverine image or whatever. Like, remember Wolverine and X-Men? He was laying on the bed. He had the picture of like Jean Grey and Cyclops. Like, you just like, damn. Like,
that was me. Damn. That was me during like COVID and shit.
Having that during COVID is crazy. So I know your emotions was hiding, nigga. Like, niggas was dying.
Oh, nigga.
So you definitely like
nigga, my last podcast, I did one episode like just depressed.
Damn.
Like, you can tell in the audio, it's like, yo, he's going through it right now. He doesn't care about any of this.
Yeah, like I don't care. Chris Paul's the GOAT.
Yeah, whatever, nigga. Paul George.
Nigga said Paul George.
Nah, but the guy I'm talking about,
he
started talking to one of her former friends. They're now enemies and all that. So she was like, yo, you got to choose. Either you like want to be with her or we could still remain friends. And he gave his choice.
Damn.
And that was like, oh, okay, let me step up. And yeah, no. Bad idea.
Okay, I take it back. This sounds like an episode of Boy Meets World.
That was supposed to be my Topanga.
Type shit. Damn, son. Love, man. Shit is a tricky shit, yo.
I mean, the MTA, I'll admit, the MTA probably hasn't been the best one.
Oh, no, we're talking about love. Like, MTA is hate. Like, fuck the MTA.
Yeah.
Like, yo, probably further episodes along, like, we probably may never want to talk about the MTA. Like,
oh, no, we're going to have to because love is a spectrum.
All right.
We got to talk about hate, too.
Listen,
I guess
both worlds exist, not just one of them. You can't have one without the other. There's 2 sides to every coin, 2 sides to every story.
Every story.
Every face has 2 sides. Unfortunately, we make it a thing to only ever show one of them. So
I feel like there's a pause somewhere, but I don't want to reach.
Of course.
Like, I feel like, nah, you kinky boots sometimes, so you know.
Man, I was talking about
King Master Flex.
What up?
Oh, nah. King Master Flex. But yeah, moral of the story, like,
don't fall in love at the Jersey Shore.
And don't
fall in love. Nah, like, I know as much shit as I talk, I still believe in love.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still believe in shit. It's just
manage your money and don't take the MTA too frequently.
I don't take it at all. Don't take that shit at all.
Get you a car.
Type shit.
Literally, I'm working on getting my driver's license this year, so because we fuck the trains and the fucking buses.
Yeah, you think that shit will happen again? What happened? What we talking about What we talking about before with the MTA?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it'll happen to us, but it's gonna happen to somebody.
That's what I mean. Like, I hope to never be in a situation like that again.
Also, don't drive down Roosevelt Ave late at night.
Please don't.
Or if that's your preference, do what you feel, homie.
Yeah, just do it discreetly.
You said just do it discreetly. Getting caught by a coworker is crazy.
Oh, that's you? Oh, that's crazy. I can't wait till we talk about you at the job.
Yeah, but like I was saying, like, I honestly wholeheartedly believe in love. I just feel like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm bipolar because one minute I'll be like, I believe in it. The next minute I think about it like, nah, this ain't it. But I feel like I say like real love is going to win eventually.
Absolutely.
All the time, it normally does.
Yeah, depends. Yo, depends.
Call me in about 6-7 months.
6-7 months?
Yeah.
Oh, chill. I don't want you knocking shit over.
We're gonna see if real love wins.
I mean, it sounds about right. Well, ladies and gents, it's about that time. We gotta go. I don't really want to go, but we gotta go.
You know what time it is.
I don't want to leave,
but I gotta go right now.
Stop.
Like I say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Haters gonna hate, but love will always win. It's the Love Wins podcast. Thank you for listening. Imagine. Bye.
Have a good one.
Hit my DMs.
No.
Yo, that's hate.